Flashback. So a couple days ago, Ethan dropped his content nuke on Keemstar, a video where in it he took multiple jabs at his sponsor G Fuel, questioning why he was even sponsored by them in the first place.
Keemstar's got a bottle of G Fuel somewhere in his house that's actually a Horcrux. How is G Fuel still sponsor this guy, by the way? Chug it, G Fuel!
Get it now at G Fuel.
This caused H3's fans to go to G Fuel and demand Keemstar's release, which is what ended up happening.
Going after someone's sponsors and employment, that is such a up low tactic. That's you see those Karen, middle-aged Karens on Twitter doing. It's the same tactic that Ethan and his fan base have done to Keemstar.
Keem's product is now 404, and I tried his promo code. Even his promo code has been removed. G Fuel's gonna think twice before sponsoring another creator after all of this. So all this does is remove more opportunities for YouTubers to earn money outside of an already crumbling system here on YouTube, and that's the saddest part of it.
2 years later.
Today we have no sponsors because I am an existential threat to gay rights and all progress. So, of course, our wonderful fans have taken upon themselves to write all our sponsors and to have them not sponsor or not to support us. I'll just say this. I'm very thankful to our members because it makes this show kind of crazy when they just drop you like a bag of dirt on over some bullshit.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and I legitimately take no joy in this, what has been maybe a 2-year downward spiral of Ethan Klein. I continue to try and provide some advice, some little nuggets of knowledge, but certainly Ethan hates me and doesn't want to listen to anything I have to say, which I completely understand. I can't sit here and think that and say that like, hey, Ethan made a video about me memeing on me for 10 minutes, but he offered me a nugget of advice in it. I'm going to like seek it out and look for it. I'm not going to pretend like Ethan Klein has to listen to me. But what I can say is that Ethan Klein is a deeply unhappy man, and it is ruining his channel. After last week's debacle of diapers and talking about bottoms, he lost 10,000 plus subscribers in a single day. I suspect he'll lose another 10,000 today. But yesterday he revealed in probably the saltiest, most ill-advised possible way that the H3 podcast has now lost all of their sponsors. Maybe you shouldn't partner up with people that are so soft. That's why I promote my sponsors so much. That's why I push so hard on the sponsors that I do have, because they aren't getting swayed by all of this garbage. A couple of emails from like angry fans, it doesn't work. You know, I don't think Ethan Klein is an evil person. I don't think that he's phobic. I don't think he's any of the things that people say he is, but this is the audience that he has cultivated. Speaking of sponsors, I'm not going to cut to a formal ad read, but it's 2022. Big tech is using your data to make millions or maybe billions of dollars. There's tons of content that you may want to access that's region locked. The best way to both prevent them from making money off you and browse anonymously is to use a VPN. The VPN I use is private internet access, and I have a limited time offer, coupon of 82% off, which includes 3 free months. It's an incredible deal. I'm going to put the link in the description in the pinned comment below. At some point during the video, right click on that, open a new window, get yourself protected. You can put it on your phone, your tablet, everything. Maybe Ethan might want to talk to private internet access about getting sponsored. Now, yesterday in a very self-deprecating clip, you'll see Ethan said this.
We have no sponsors because I am an ex.
By the way, he needs to adjust the gate on his microphone. It's something I've been working on, so I'm just offering that tip. So you don't like hear me every time I breathe in. You just got to kind of get rid of that, or maybe get like a cough button that you can press and do something like this. Excuse me. Anyway, just a pro audio tip from a guy who's still learning too.
Existential threat to gay rights and all progress. So, of course, our wonderful fans have taken upon themselves to write all of our sponsors.
He's literally blaming his own fans. And you know what? He's probably right. He's probably 100% right. These are the fans that you cultivated, Ethan. This is the behavior that you normalized, that you promoted not that long ago when you passively mentioned in your little weird internet slap fight with Keemstar, "Ooh, G Fuel sponsors him. Why is G Fuel doing this?" Which, of course, they dropped him, which then led to him saying the same thing about you, and you lost a bunch of sponsors. Old Spice, I believe. MeUndies you lost at the time. And you deserved it. I don't care if you two want to ruin each other into oblivion because you're both millionaires. The problem is you create this scenario where it's very difficult for other YouTubers to make money. Because when sponsors deal with a bunch of flack, you know, there's only one person on the other side there. So getting 50 emails, 75 emails, it's not many. But it's enough to overwhelm some employee when people are using all sorts of inflammatory language. And then what are they going to do in the future? They're going to back away from sponsoring other YouTubers. Maybe they're going to decide that the whole YouTube thing just isn't worth it. So I don't care if Ethan Klein and Keemstar want to drive their earnings into the dirt. I care that it affects everyone else, including me. I think we all agree that there are a few people that run more ads than me. I don't want their stupid beef to cost me money. I don't want, in particular, it to cost YouTubers money who absolutely must survive off it because they cover topics that are never monetized. Ethan Klein doesn't care about that. But anyway, I digress.
And to have them not sponsor or not to support us. I'll just say this. I'm very thankful to our members.
So now he's talking about people that click that member button down below the video. If you've ever gone to an H3H3 live stream, it's oftentimes members only, which means in order to comment on his live stream, you have to pay him $5 a month. I'm not going to lie. The membership button helps immensely on YouTube. I wish I had the number of members he did. If 1 in 3 people that watch this video were a member of the channel, I'd shave my beard. It is very helpful. So please consider joining. Maybe not for me, but for the content creator that you really like. You know, it goes a long way. But he's essentially saying, hey, now he's down. So like, they've lost their sponsors. He's complained about being demonetized numerous times. And now he's down to just the people who will pay $5 for the opportunity to type in his chat. I would never gate my content in that way. I don't think that that's right. If you want to provide additional content for members, like short clips or something like that, okay, I suppose. I often struggle with that because I want to add extra value to my members too, but it's like I don't want to rob people of. So maybe time gating it might be a better way to do it. I need to think about that. Anyway, he continues to cope.
Because it makes this show kind of bulletproof to stuff like this. It's just painful that, you know, people would do that.
When he says people, he means his own viewers, by the way.
There it is. And, you know, the other thing is, like, you expect a little more of the sponsors in a way, but
He's not wrong here. He can't say it, given the situation, but he's not wrong. I remember when, I think it was Nord or maybe Dollar Shave Club, they got like 2 emails and they dropped me. And I was like, oh, well, are you going to give back all the money to my loyal viewers who bought your product? You got 2 angry emails from people that aren't even angry, that just want to hurt me, and you drop me? But that's the world we live in because there's so many options.
I get it. There is, you know, it's just transactional for them. But, you know, I feel like I put so much into the our good partners, and it's kind of.
You mean lazily reading ads in a 3-hour live stream where you don't even sit up straight?
Kind of crazy when they just drop you like a.
You don't even shoot like dedicated ads for them. I know I don't always do, but I do often. You can see a lot of people, you know, reveling in the irony. You can see Dan talking to, I assume Dan works for the H3 podcast, writing, "It's not a cult and it's not that serious. It's a YouTube podcast. If you don't like it, no one is forcing you to watch. It's literally the opposite of a cult. I'm saying you're free to leave at any time." Dave Preston Evans writes, "If you're still a member of the H3 podcast, this is what Dan has to say after losing 10,000 subscribers. I'm sure Ethan agrees. So glad I left that toxic community. They don't care about you. It's parasocial as F, and it's unhealthy to be devoted to this community." Maybe. I think all communities can be rough. You know, hot takes like Ethan Klein saying being a police officer is just as dangerous as being a gardener. I mean, if you subscribe to that kind of stuff, I suppose you want to watch his content. But I do think, I don't think he should have lost his subscribers, because I don't think that he is homophobic. I think that he is a former kind of edgy boy, and he pretended to have transcended that. That's why he brought guys like Hassan around. I don't know if he still does that show with Hassan anymore. If that show over? You know, he buddies up to these far lefty people. You can see Bull Blacks here. I was just watching Vosh's video on Ethan Klein's power bottom controversy. Unless Vosh forgot to show the footage that makes Ethan look worse. Outside of being a little brass or insensitive for entertainment value, I don't think did anything wrong at all. Y'all are nitpicking. I agree. I've defended it. I wouldn't talk like that because it's a different time, and these type of things aren't, you don't really make those jokes anymore. It's a little cringy. But if you look at, what's happened to Ethan's Twitter, that day he lost 2,000 followers. He's averaging losing 600 plus followers a day. I don't know about the H3 podcast on YouTube, but they haven't gained subscribers in forever. I think that Ethan knows, look, he's meeting the fate we all know. I know my channel's not going to grow forever. That's why I'm constantly saying, like, please subscribe, because it's harder and harder and harder and harder to actually get people to subscribe and pay attention. People are watching content on TikTok. They're watching my videos on BitChute, Odyssey, Rumble, which I 100% support. Those platforms don't make creators any money, but they're still important that all creators support them, because they will eventually. You're still reaching people that you're not reaching on YouTube. Ethan sees the end, and he's not taking it well. I know that I've reached the end of my growth stage on YouTube, and that's why I'm investing more money at adding features to the website, adding as many features as I can, adding the podcast, adding more editors, because I cherish who I have and I need to keep them. If I could offer any advice to Ethan, maybe decide which viewers you really want and make sure you add a little more value to them, and maybe they won't constantly be turning on you. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.